there, approximately 90% of our students, or 96% of our students, are supported through our grant. This year we have granted $104,000 in institutional scholarships, and $31,000 came from the Zakat money. So every student, practically every student, is supported efforts to get the funds from different people, and those of you who have contributed to this cause, we are very thankful to them. Here I to invite three of my students. They'll be able to present their experience at West Suburban College, and they will be able to talk about the support the college provides to them. Reem Kanakari, is she here? Huda? Come on over. Is one of our DA students, and she's completing her programs, and we think I've given her a lot of support. So please come on over.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. I'm Reem Kanakri. I'm from Syria. I am a student at West Suburban College in a dental assistant program, and I would like to share with you some points, few points about my experience at West Suburban College. I've always been interested in being a dentist, but like it was my dream, and I was very happy when I heard about the West Suburban College offers the dentist assistant program, and I'm very excited right now because the program is more stronger than I thought, and I'm learning so much. I'm getting familiarized with the terminology, and oh my god, sorry, because I think it's...
They can hear you.
It's very close.
It's very close to you? Okay, there you go. And they can hear you, don't worry about it. Go ahead.
Okay. Also, the uniform that we wear are very makes me feel very professional as well, and
It's okay.
sorry.
That's all right.
I'm looking forward to get the experience that I will get from my externship training, and then when I find a job after I graduate, join West Suburban College gave me hope and more impatient to follow my dream, and I'm very fortunate that I received full tuition waiver from West Suburban College, and without the help, the financial support with West Suburban College, I wouldn't have been able to join the program. So thank you, and the West Suburban community are very welcoming and helpful, and the instructions are very nice and give a good attention for the students because we have a small class sizes. And I'd like to thank West Suburban College for helping me socially and in my education, and that makes me take the first step of following my dream and of hopefully one day become a dentist. Thank you.
Kavita Jagoda is an undergraduate student. She finished her degree about a year and a half ago or so in biology with a Bachelor of Science, and she's CEO of her own company and making enormous contributions to the field of clinical research. Joe?
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kavita Jagoda, and I'm very proud to say that I was the first graduate from bachelor program in biology at West Suburban College in May of 2016. Upon graduation, I started my career as a clinical research coordinator. I'm very pleased to say that today I run my own business where I provide consultation and clinical research operation and multiple other services to clinical research sites and research investigators. So if anyone here is a physician or interested in running clinical research, I'm offering you a free consultation for being NWSC supporters and sponsors. NWSC has opened door for me. At that time, I moved from New York. I found heaven here in NWSC's welcoming community. I received much needed financial support at that time. I enjoyed classes of dedicated teachers who made sure to help each student reach their fullest potential. NWSC is a part of diversity. Although it is a very small school, I had colleagues from all faiths and ethnicity. I've learned so much. I would like to thank you all as potential donors and supporters of NWSC missions in transforming the lives of students like me, who needs an environment like NWSC to flourish and succeed. God bless everyone, and enjoy your evening. Thank you.
And I have my third student here, Seda Abdullah from Turkey.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I am Seda, who is pharmacy technician student. My journey in Northwest Suburban College started at the end of July. So I just finished my didactic program and my externship training will start next Monday. I am 12 mom and I am actually a math teacher with having master degree, but I am very interested in medical field, so I prefer to pharmacy in Northwest Suburban College. I like our college. It was so amazing, and the staff member is friendly and very helpful to me. I also like my teacher, who is Dr. Lilia Tishienko. She is always supportive. I appreciate it to her. In addition to this, we had small classes, so it is easy to learn. Besides this, this college provided opportunity to improve my skills and be sure to get ready for needed exams. So the Northwest Suburban College deserves of other help. Thank you so much for this nice dinner. Enjoy your night. Thank you.
Thank you, Sudha. At this moment, I'd like to recognize my board members, and all the board members, can you please stand up, both Board of Regents and Corporate Board. The team, there are some more over here, please stand up. And Board of Advisors, I know Larry's here or not, but please stand up and be recognized. Also, I would like my faculty and staff who is here to please stand up so he can be recognized. Now let's go on to my last slide over here. These are some funding highlights. And today is a funding day, so we're talking about funding. The college was initiated with the support of the founding family, and the commitment over a 10-year period was quite substantial, but that's how we got started. The family set aside $5 million to be able to do this project during the first 10-year period to support it. Our goal was to develop a $25 million endowment fund. We are no way close to that. We have about $125 million in the endowment fund, but that was a 20-year goal, so we are hoping that in the next 10 years we'll be able to turn it around. Endowment is very, very important for any institution, and the project that you saw in my earlier slide, when we first started, was about a $200 million project, which is this one right here. Let me take you back to the slide. You're going to have this thing done. Our estimation was that it's going to cost about $200 million. There's a lot of money, and we knew at the time that it's not going to happen in my lifetime, probably happen in my children's lifetime, maybe beyond that. But hopefully, we will be able to get to this point someday. The cost will go up to have a medical school, to have the hospital, to have the infrastructure, and a nice mosque right in the middle to be able to convey what we believe in. Very subtle message, and then have other faculties in the back. So this is the dream, and that dream goes on. So, as a last comment that I'd like to make, there's a dream, it's a dream project, dream of changing our mindset, making some contribution in education. So the dream of building a high-quality center of higher learning, higher education, emanating from the North American Muslim community continues. But remember this, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. So we have taken the first step. So the slide that shows you an elderly man in the fall, we've got khizan of life, when the leaves are falling, ready to walk away, is walking on a 1,000-mile journey. So we have taken this step, and I'd like each one of you to believe in it and support it. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have had that first-hand exposure to the passion that I was talking about. This can be incredibly infectious. That's what keeps us all going. No matter what happens, what hurdle we face. And I'm used to hurdles. I've had my projects around the globe. I do my business work around the globe, and you have these difficulties you face. And I can say without any hesitation, I've never come across any individual with this degree of positivism and optimism. No matter what hurdle comes up, he remains his calm self, and then he says, "Bhai, kaam to chalta rahega na, to karna to hai na." So that enthusiasm is infectious. So he's a passionate dreamer for this cause. But as they say, one person with passion is better than 100 merely interested people. So the big task for me in the few minutes that I have left is to make sure that all of us leave here beyond being merely interested. I know you're aware of the college, you've been showing up for these events for the last 10 years, but we want to be sure that you jump that platform beyond being merely interested into somebody who has caught that infectious passion a little bit. So keeping that in mind, there was one thing that I have to address. Dr. Ali was particular when he said, "Bhai, aap apne aap ko introduce nahi karaya, warna main kar dunga aapko." So I'm a firm believer. So I'll tell you what. There's this famous saying that has driven me by Lao Tzu, where he said, "A leader is best when people barely know he exists. When his work is done, his aim fulfilled, they will just say, we did it ourselves." So today, I am the least important people around here, but what is important is that the work of the college, this legacy that we are talking about it, that goes on, and when the 100 years come down there, and there will be the $100 and $200 million that are somehow coming together, people will get together, Dr. Ali, and they'll say, we did it ourselves. So your name and the name of the supporters like Dr. Taj, your family, everybody else, including you all, will live on in history. But it will live on because we have the commitment from people starting today. So let me remind ourselves, there was the talk about the earliest Islamic university, the University of Al-Kharouin, founded in Morocco by Fatima al-Fihri. We have that tradition of these institutions of learning that have been lasting, that have been founded in Asia and in Africa, and most of us have the link to that. So we have reason to be proud, but what is important is those universities were supported by endowments that were founded by either a prince or the monarch of the time. And these days we have to remember there is no such support. So whether we talk about the long-lasting endowment that Dr. Ali was referring to, or the annual support that you're all participating in, you are the monarchs of our time. You are the princes and the princesses who will keep these legacies founded and going forward. Please keep that in mind. And recognize, particularly with our sisters out here. You know, Brigham Young once said that, speaking about education, he said, you educate a man, you educate a man. You educate a woman, you educate a generation. We have the corresponding sayings in Urdu also, and in the Islamic tradition too. So what we are focusing on at the college is service to the community by giving them quality education in an accelerated platform, in a form of excellence. And yes, you have reason to question what level of excellence the college is achieving. Yesterday when we were talking about Sir Syed Ahmad Khan and the foundation of Aligarh Muslim University, one point that I emphasized was his focus on excellence in action. And Dr. Ali, I missed you yesterday when I had the chance to make that talk. Somehow we will catch up on that in our discussions. But the point I was making was, when he came back from England, Sir Syed was infected with this passion. He spoke about this fact. He said, not a night goes by where I cannot talk about or plan for this college that I will establish when I go back. But his focus was on excellence, all from the start. Excellence in the facilities, excellence in the teachers, excellence in the students, excellence in the discipline, excellence in the governance, excellence in the processes, excellence in all of the leadership at the college. And Dr. Ahmadullah Siddiqui and others, we can expound upon this in detail, but there was a reason he picked somebody straight out of Oxford and the Cambridge tradition to be the president or the principal of the college that he established. Because those were the ideals he was pursuing, and he knew you had to have the best teaching. You had to have the best facilities. You had to have the best of engagement. So that is part of this legacy. That is part of this dream that Dr. Ali Niazi has dreamt, that his family has supported, that people on the podium, Dr. Taj, Dr. Sami, others on the Board of Regents, the boards, the staff at the college, the Dean of Academic Affairs, Dr. Siddiqui, and others out here are supporting. And you have a role to play, my dear friends, in doing that. This college provides a reasonable, practical alternative to the four-year college that is so faced with issues in the American education system. The dropout and attrition rate of 20 to 30% in regular colleges that our communities are facing. We're not talking about others, it's our children who are facing these issues and concerns. Muslim students are suffering. What happens after the graduation from school? What options do they have for degrees that are affordable and that give them a reasonable approach into employment, gainful employment? And that is what is being tackled at Northwest Suburban College, offering for now the vocational certifications that are so important: medical assistant program, dental assistant program, pharmacy technician program, the phlebotomy program. And there is, of course, this long-term dream of establishing a center of higher professional education. So this first decade that you have been a part of, that you have seen, is just a drop in the ocean of this long-term journey and this hallowed dream that we have in place. So today, ladies and gentlemen, what you have is the opportunity to support this college. First of all, the college, as you heard from the students, the young Syrian sister that we have amongst us, who's come with facing such difficulties from the conditions that Syrians have been facing. All of those students are being sponsored by the college. Where does that money come from? It is coming from donors to the college, the founding family, the Taj Foundation and others. And we were proud when we went before the Illinois Board of Higher Education and indicated to them that this college is a not-for-profit college. But beyond that, this is one of those rare colleges that is dedicated not to making money, but to serving those who are in distress and who need education as a means for gainful employment. Roughly $250,000 to $300,000 of money is spent in scholarships every year supporting these students that you have seen. And we seek your participation, whether it is by way of sadaqah or by zakat, because your zakat funds are also directly applicable to these programs. And then we speak about the endowment that Dr. Ali referred to, that long-term legacy, and you can give to that too with your appreciated stocks, your assets, your inheritance, and other such avenues of support. So today, we will start off with a little bit of housekeeping. I forgot to mention that. We have the Sadaqah Gallery of Chicago. Mr. Niazi, are you around here somewhere? Or is he outside? There's Mr. Niazi. What you have is somebody following up on the legacy of Sayyid Sadaqah Ahmed Naqvi, one of the best recognized calligraphers and painters Pakistan has ever produced. His collections of art under the Treasures of Time and the Quest of Knowledge collections, and his art have been recognized by the Tamghe Imtiaz, the Sitare Imtiaz, and others in his lifetime. And he has left behind this huge collection of wonderful calligraphy and art. And this gallery, the collections that you see out around here, they are available, and the commitment from Mr. Niazi is that a major portion, taking away some of the costs that are associated with it, of any proceeds will be donated to the college for the use in supporting scholarships. So thank you, Mr. Niazi, for your commitment, and we hope that people can benefit from this. He has also given us for to be given as a gift, a representative calligraphy and painting that is framed. This will be given to Professor Gianotti as a gift of recognition. We will do so at some time during the proceedings. But let us get back to the business at hand, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you, many of you have seen me at fundraising occasions, and I'm again told that, no, this is not a traditional fundraising. So I will not be badgering you with verses of the Quran and the Hadith, and you are a very educated audience anyway. So I won't need to get into that. But at the same time, we do have to make an appeal. We want to be sure, as I said, to get you beyond that level of merely interested into those who are passionately committed to the cause. And one evidence of your passion, your commitment is, of course, the check that you're going to write out, inshallah, today, so that each table generates a minimum of $5,000 or so. So, ladies and gentlemen, we start off, at least for the record, and this is unplanned. I didn't want to clear this up through the doctor or anybody on the board. I just want to ask for somebody who is going to consider a donation of $100,000, Dr. Ali. Why not, right, Dr. Taj? Why not ask for it? Why not ask for it? Because the twisting of the souls favorably is in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And who knows, we have very, very qualified, very, very eminently blessed people in the audience. So if somebody wants to donate $100,000 for this cause on your own by making sure that you somehow collect that on behalf of the college over the coming year, this is the chance to do so, and we'll pray that your name is counted in connection with all of these legacy institutions that we're talking about. The oldest degree granting institution back in 1859, established in Morocco by Fatima Al-Fihri. Perhaps you'll be included in that line of distinguished donors who had supported those endowments. So if somebody wants to donate $100,000 for this cause, this is the time to do so. Look at that. Look at that, subhanAllah. It never hurts to ask, because the mercy of Allah, and oh my goodness, what did Dr. Gianotti refer to? Rahmah. He's the one who is the Rahim and places the Rahmah in the hearts of people like our own Dr. Taj. May Allah takbir. Can we have a round of takbir just for somebody like him who's taking up this cause? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you, Taj Bhai, for all that you and your family do in these causes all around the globe. $100,000 he is committed to this. Is there somebody who wants to say, I will not let this gentleman, just because he's up on the podium and in position to raise his hands, get away with all of this reward by himself? Anybody wants to take on that challenge individually or collectively? We have institutions that are represented out here. I know we have Al-Huda, representatives from ICN, Al-Furqan, and others. So I will leave that hanging. People can still pick up on that challenge. $100,000, okay, somebody wants to at least go down and say, I will make sure that we collect or donate $50,000 in support. And what I will assure you, and you should demand this, and I know I advise Taj Bhai, and I say everybody should demand this, and say we want to be sure that it is documented that this money goes to satisfy one of those 3 precepts of the mission. And we can assure you that will be documented and done for you. So with that then, $50,000, does anybody want to make sure that you make that commitment? Oh, somebody is approaching me. I'm hoping. Okay, we are getting these donations. I'm still not going to go down to that level. Can we exhaust the $50,000? I just want to bear witness that I made that appeal. $50,000 is done. Quickly we'll go down and say $25,000. Institutions. And the commitment here is, oh, there is somebody? Where did I see the hand? There is one. Sorry. Who? Oh, Dr. Mateen. Jazakallah. Dr. Mateen, I'm not going to let you get away so easily. You'll have to stand up and be recognized. Ladies and gentlemen, the legacy. No, don't sit down. Don't sit down for 2 minutes, please. Batin bhai. Ladies and gentlemen, this legacy that comes from generations, it's something that is tremendously important to appreciate. Yes, the passion that you've seen from Dr. Ali Niazi is infectious, but what we see in his children, this doctor here, Mateen, and his siblings, are any of the other siblings here, Dr. Ali? They're not here, but I'm sure you'll hear from them. It is inspiring, Mateen bhai, to see the work that you do, taking the phenomenal project of your father forward. And I'm presuming that's the lady of your life next to you? Madam, I have not had the privilege of meeting you, but your support, I'm sure, is tremendously important. Thank you for allowing him and being a partner in supporting this important cause. Takbir. $25,000 from Mateen Ali Niazi for this cause. This is his card. Wonderful. Also, there is proof that you actually are following through. SubhanAllah. I'm just kidding. Don't take me seriously. Okay, 25,000. Since we got one, let's take at least a few moments to ask for another $25,000. Anybody, individually, together, institutionally. Okay. I know the food is being served, and I tell you, we bore the distractions of the music and the bhangra from the hall, but that aroma of the biryani, when that shows up, I know we won't be able to compete with it. So please don't get that biryani out there, guys. Please, and I mean that. Ali bhai, thodi der lagayenge. Just give us a few minutes without, or at least keep it tightly packed, okay? Thank you so much, you understand. Okay. Now I'm going to jump down quickly to $10,000 because I know your time is valuable and I'm not going to be making too many such appeals. So $10,000, I'm hoping that we'll get a bunch of hands up. And with that, well, we have a few cards. And okay, if there is no explicit request to not use the names, I can use the names, right? Okay. Dr. Mateen, you have competition from your sister. You have competition, but we have a donation of $10,000 from Shireen. Takbir. Another sibling following in the cause shown by her brother and her eminent father. Oh, and then we have another $10,000, and in this case, there is another family legacy showing up. We have Mrs. Tahmina Ahmed. $10,000, following on the footsteps of her husband. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you both and your family. Takbir. And we also have a specific request for the name not to be mentioned, but be assured this is somebody directly involved with the college, with the board in some way or the other. That's the closest I think I can get away without using his or her name here. But it's a donation of $10,000. Takbir. Now these are the people on the board who are dedicated, who are behind Dr. Ali Niazi all the time. And Dr. Taj and Dr. Sami and others on the board who are doing this phenomenal job of supporting this college. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you because you're focusing on the long-term legacy. But we want to be sure that we get a few more, right? So we do need a few more $10,000 donations from the tables that are coming around. 10, or then we'll go down to, we'll take a few moments for $10,000 donation. This is the, oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. Excellent. The pledges that are coming in. Thank you, Beta. Okay, last call for $10,000 donations. Institutions, anybody from the institutions? Because one thing I can tell you, the people out here, I would not want to be in the position of institutions here having these cards in front of me. Because these folks have given and given and given and given to so many of the institutions. Dr. Ali and Dr. Taj, if people had to reciprocate, our endowment would be done right now. So, all the institutions that you folks have supported, everybody on the board, take this into account and make sure you look at giving back a little bit, because you're going to get that back the next time you have a fundraising dinner and invite the people from Northwest Suburban College. So last call, $10,000 from anybody else out here. Okay, we will jump down to $5,000. And I already have one. So we have Engineer Iqbal Beg, right? Not Dr. Iqbal Beg, Engineer Iqbal Beg, with his $5,000 donation for the cause. Takbir. Thank you, Iqbal Beg, for that support. We have another $5,000 donation from Dr. Mumtaz. Dr. Mumtaz, would you like to be recognized? I don't see you around here.
He's not here, he's in Georgia.
He's in Georgia, and we have his commitment. Wonderful. We pray for him and his family for his generosity in supporting a cause which is not... These are people who are truly believers. Those who act and believe without having seen. So they have a higher platform, inshallah. So we have $5,000 to that cause. There's another one here that's come. Oh, Dr. Hussein Nagamia. Thank you, doctor. $5,000 for the college. Again, these are people who are strong supporters, who understand. And Dr. Nagamia, I know he's part of a move for Islamic museums to be formed, and particularly given his interest in the Islamic history of medicine. And in one of the buildings of the college, I know your institution is renting from the college, and they are establishing this. I know there'll be an occasion when we will get together and announce what you're doing so that it becomes popularized and people will come and support it, Dr. Nagamia. Our duas for your cause, but thank you for this donation. Are we getting any more here? Out here, okay. Oh, this one is sealed. So I'm hoping this is big. But in the meantime then, ladies and gentlemen, you all have the pledge cards before you. Please make sure that you take a look at it. And this is not your traditional masjid donation. I know that. That's a difficult pitch to make for everybody. But be assured that this is the cause of education. We have people who are donating 500 and 1,000 and all of those. So I won't spend time in that. But we will do that. The entire clan joins in. Latin Bhai, you won't get away, you and your wife, with being alone. Shireen has done $5,000 from Mubin, another $5,000 from Nahid, Ali Niazi. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of takabir, please, in appreciation for these children who are appreciative of the vision and the passion of their father, and they are pitching in with these donations. And they do this all the time. So this is just a small portion, I know, of what you're doing today. Symbolic, but still it needs to be appreciated and recognized. So $5,000 from Mubin, $5,000 from Nahid, Ali Niazi, the children of Dr. Ali Niazi. With the $5,000 donations, brothers and sisters, and $1,000, consider that at your tables. Consider that at your tables so that you can put in this amount. And again, it is zakat. The eligible funds. You will get official confirmation to the extent that you need of who received the funds and for what purpose. That documentation, and it's tax deductible too. So at the least, please see that some of your tax deductible zakat funds are channeled through the college, so that we can go out and support these deserving students in gainful employment. So $1,000, can we go, let's see. Oh, I guess this is a reminder for me not to be skipping down all the time. Okay, here there is a donation from Dr. Wajiuddin Khan. Takbir, Allahu Akbar. for 2,500. Okay, we will ask for 2,500 then. Oh, thank you. This is valid coming from our accounts manager. Where is that? Sister Huda, you're here? Okay. You're doing your job, lady. She's saying, please announce that we can also collect credit card payments tonight. Put up your hand. There she is. She takes care of our accounts, and and there are others there. So there are 2 people here. All you have to do is put up your hand, a valid credit card, and they'll take care of the rest. Oh, there she is. We have pledges. We have a pledge for $1,000 from Dr. Ruhi Asqari. Jazakumullah khairan. We'll accept the 2,500s and the $1,000 pledges at the moment right now. And again, the institutions can at least make your representative pitches at this moment. We have a lot of these. I'm just going to take a. Oh, there you go. There you go. Thank you. Oh wow, this goes beyond. We have a check actually. Not a pledge, not a signed form, a check from the Compassionate Care Network. I know we have to thank Dr. Azhar Qadar for it. $1,000 from the Compassionate Care Network. Oh, there are the representatives there. Jazakumullah. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And the phenomenal work at CCN. We are proud to have you and Dr. Azhar and the entire team doing this work for us in Chicago. May Allah reward you for it. Thank you for your donation. And there is another check here. We'll take account of all of the checks. And keeping in mind that what you're doing here is an investment. Because any investment in knowledge, it pays the best of interest. Okay, we have pledges of $500 here coming in. 500 from the Hussains, Mushtaq and Roshna Hussain. Jazakumullah khairan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. Takbir. Pledge for another $500 from Mr. Mushtaq Ahmed. Thank you so much for that. Jazakumullah khairan. So ladies and gentlemen, I know in terms of time, it's 9:23. Dr. Ali, another just a few minutes? No name? Okay, wonderful. A check for $500. We won't mention the name, but you know who you are, and we pray for you. Takbir. Oh good, people are donating $200, that's perfectly fine. $100 is fine, $10 is fine, $1 is fine. With your sincere du'as for the long-term success of this project, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward each one of you for your generous donations. Okay, why? Okay, that's good. There's another Ali Niazi. It's a Yasin Ali Niazi, and we have a check for $500 from that. Jazakumullah khairan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward the entire family for it. Okay. I'm going to save this for a few minutes. I'm going to save that because that's good news coming, ladies and wonderful. Do me a favor. Is somebody who's not running around, tell them to come and put this in one location. I'm afraid it'll fall off. Can you pick one guy or girl? We have okay, the credit card donations, those can be made, and also think about your appreciated assets and stocks that can go toward the endowment. We have a check for $250 from Brother Zahir Ahmed. Jazakallah khairan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. Another sealed envelope. Oh, there you go. There's another good one that I wanted to look. Yes, I have that. I'm getting that. Oh, this I like. This is perfectly fine. $50 in cash from somebody. You know who you are. May Allah grant you barakah in this cash. This $50 could be the seed for the endowment to take off. So no donation is too small. Jazakallah khairan. Another check for $250 from Muhammad and Atiya Salam. Jazakallah khairan. CPSA anonymously. This I did not understand. It says CPSA, but CPSA anonymous. But I have a check here. I won't announce the name for $500. It was in that envelope, but it's a personal check. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you for that. Please just put them in one. I'm afraid gir jayenge to kuch ho jayega. Yeah, we have a $500 donation from Mr. Imad Sheikh. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, as are any other donations coming through, please use the pledge forms. Make sure that you fill them out. Sister Huda, did we get any credit card donations at all? Okay, I guess people want to just be direct and rather not get into credit cards. Okay, we will take your cash donations and your checks right here then, inshallah. You tried. You did your job. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as we close the session out, I know you will definitely pray for the success of this college. That this legacy that has been established, this 100, 200-year legacy toward a long-lasting Islamic values-based system of education, this university to be, that it will succeed. But it does need people who are truly passionately committed. And with the attention of everybody here, the sisters who are standing there by the door, I want your attention. There are 4 sisters. I will not go forward until I have their attention. Yes, you lady, hey, this past graduate, I want your attention. Can you tell the people there in front of you to listen to me, please, Joe? Those people behind you, tell them to listen to me. Okay, everybody please. This is significant when these things happen. So what I have before me is a commitment from Mrs. Anjum Ali Niazi, the inspiring wife of Dr. Ali Niazi. And I'm sure the two of them are joined together at the hip in supporting this legacy. So their donation of $300,000 for this cause. Dr. Ali, is Bhabhi here? Where? Oh, Bhabhi. We will have to request you with all respect to kindly stand up for us so that everybody can see you. Please, please. It is inspiring to see your husband and you committed so passionately and with such dedication to this cause. I wish we could bottle some of that passion, some of that sincerity, and I want to be the first one to imbibe that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you. You, Dr. Ali, your entire family for such commitment to this cause. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant you immense reward and jaza in this world and in the hereafter. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a round of takabir for them and for everybody who has donated today and everybody who's made the time to join us today, for everybody who could not be here, who wanted to be here, and definitely for everybody who will join me, inshallah, in a brief dua that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help this become a long-lasting institution that becomes firmly founded to serve the cause of education selflessly to people who are deserving and need, people who are Muslims and people who are people of other faiths. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this an avenue of true dawah at these times of difficulty when we need to be living the values of Islam as best revealed in the Holy Quran and in the exalted manner of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. I take leave of you. Enjoy the meal. After the meal is done, we will get back together and then have... Oh, you're doing it now? Oh, I see. Okay, because the program said... Okay, wonderful. Then we will have Dr. Sami coming back now. He's going to offer the note of thanks. But on my behalf, it's an honor to be associated with this institution. Thank you for allowing me to be a small part of this evening. Jazakumullah khair.
I will not take too much of your time. I want to recognize two individuals here. Imam Sheikh. Where is Imam Sheikh here? He is a corporate board member. He is a big supporter of our college. Where is Imam Sheikh? Thank you very much, Dr. Imam Sheikh, that you are a generous person. You have agreed to come on the corporate board. I want to recognize another person who has been very helpful to our West Suburban College, West community, Joe Gallo. Where is Joe Gallo? Please stand up. He is standing, he is running for the mayor of Schaumburg. So we would like to recognize him for his generosity, for support to Muslim community. The last thing I want to do is start with the hadith. La yashkurun nas, la yashkurullah. Jisne bande ka shukr Allah nahi kiya, usne Allah ka shukr ada nahi kiya. I want to thank all the sponsors that who have purchased ads in our booklet. I want to thank all the volunteers, young kids who have come and worked from 4:30 till now. I want to thank all the audience that have been here patiently and contributed to make this successful. Last but not the least, the most important person that I want to thank is Dr. Giunetti, who came on my request. He had another engagement going to South Africa. More or less, he cancelled that request and he came to enlighten us. Dr. Giunetti, I thank you bottom of my heart for coming here and enlightening us. Your talk was very inspiring. May Allah give you good health, good sustenance, and keep you always happy and keep coming back to West Suburban College to inspire us. Thank you very much. Dinner is served. Well, I would like to recognize the PAC members. And the CPSA members donated $1,500.
Please, let's make sure once again. Oh, there is no problem.
That it's over and
That there is no after dinner, the program is over. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just requested to clarify that you have participated in the entire program. It's done except for the meal. Enjoy the dinner. You're in no rush to come back for anything else. Thank you for your support and your participation. Do me a favor, just open up the envelopes once again, please, once again, just in case
While you are taking the food, just please listen to me, the names of the sponsors.
Oh, we forgot that.
Platinum sponsors is Springfield Cardiology, Gold sponsors, Gossi Bank, Compassionate Network, Dental Center.